i Sinsenfist. Publikum i all grad. I dag skal det forskes. Skal visnes. Og nå en god bok. Å, ja. Ja. Fortjent å eksponere. Fortjent å eksponere. Så får du inkludere. Så får du inkludere. Jakken og båten. Jeg går på banen med livet. Lars Hansen. En gang i den fribusen. Da slapp du på fribusen. Så bør lov til en friutna. Kommer og går, men nå er jeg her. Det er bare en liten sperrelse. Men jeg er ferdig hot spring på 5 kontinenter. Jeg er ferdig hot tub. Ser du jenter ut. Nå skal jeg få se du for skyhøyde.
oppvoksen, og så sitter du sikkert etter en kul, men det er ikke bare lett å få jeg rett og bli for full, jeg blekker på brettet med et og jeg liker å drikke, og jeg kjenner masse døver, det er lett å bestikke, så jeg kommer på fyr, men jeg er ikke så kul, og jeg kan leve min kultur, ikke lese du stul, jeg blir tatt i kjent, jeg sier på kaffen her på en slik later, jeg riker sammen, her i huset er en av dagens stample, langt og dan i vannet, det var det bra en går stamfett, flex på tusen, flex på sektor, rotlad, jeg som har allerede, for jeg blir kul, alltid litt full, perfekt, det er en kul tur, der jeg tar en kul, og fuck off, ja, jeg tar med på kultur, bygger festing, bygger ikke filmer, kaller det for kultur, jeg skal ta deg med på kultur, yo, yo, la meg ta deg med på kultur, bygger festing, bygger ikke filmer, kaller det for kultur, jeg skal ta deg med på kultur, så mange må være jeg var jo søndagsskue, og de tekst seg en skapet på meg som jeg i behagelig grunnski og være bakkurer, og en skole vil få på tomme for være skjøtt, ja, driv dritkatt med tasse kalle katologi, når du skal kakke for mye, ja, så takk for meg, du skal være tilbake, ikke med en kjering, etter mye kompetere, hvis det hele til å blå italiener, eller skjøp, men bare for forsiktig som er unge og hobby, du som kjærlighet på Waze, vi kan være rolig ved, det er cool, identitet, jo, med alle hester, det legger du en upgrade med meg, bare, ja, ja, vakre dere fine, ok data, vi trenger at dere beveger for oss, at dere viser hvor dere setter pris på musikken, dere liker oss, ikke hverandre, ja, data som de liker, nei, ja, vi ikke falsk data, hvis dere hater, dere viser meg og det er så fint, en lang titel, rekker ikke å si blå. Jeg er rik på melanin, sommeren til å være så white, og ja, tidligvis terrassen er så white, og jeg har min stikker på noe Adidas, ja, det er Pakners jævla street ass, selvblåsmais, før i kvinner på høyda, nei, poppa med streit, ja, det adelen skal ut og for noe over av deg, og jeg ser da det skjedde, ja, det hele menneskelivet, det er som en gjedde, så jeg setter meg med det bein i kollektivtrafikken, jeg er en mann som
fysikken rett og slett ikke kunne håndtere det. Og det håper jeg vi skal oppleve igjen i kveld. Neida, men vi skal spille en sang om identitet. Og vi er data, men vi er også... Er det noen som er akademikere her forresten? Er det noen som er gangsters? Det er flere. Overtalt fortsatt, veldig bra. Jeg har ikke spart på noe. Jeg har ikke finnet ut hvordan å traktere livet som ekte heime Gud, men festa. Jeg testet meg på snut, testet ikke Da Vinci eller Galileo eller Tesla. Jeg har ikke finnet opp kruttet, men jeg kan sprenge. Har ikke finnet opp leppa heller, men jeg kan slenge med en. Klarte så vidt å finne dame, måtte jobbe lenge. En ekte stut, han selger seg for en billig penge. Selger seg ut, han vet ikke bedre for faen. Nei, hvordan å gi et ekte amen, eller hvordan det går an å få A på eksamen. Jeg har ikke finnet ut. Jeg har ikke finnet ut at jeg kan få en finger ut. Finne fine fisker og finger med fisker inne ut kropp. Finne ikke svar i det vakreste. Jeg står til jævlig med gutta mine at vi må snu. Jeg finner meg selv en gangster. Jeg må holde hodet over vann og male vakker. Jeg finner meg selv, jeg finner meg selv, jeg finner meg selv. Jeg er en gangster, og jeg er skikkelig kul.
Her er ungdomstid på overtid, sandkrøker med en god krok for vi. Jeg satte kursen auslitt på, må få mest på, måtte få en litt over middels traust kis. Litt av mening for må. Men som en som trenger et refreng, så trengte du til kjell en gjeng å henge med. Og her fann jeg to, og så min yndlingsperson. Jeg vet ikke hva som skjedde først, om jeg fann meg selv eller om jeg fann ho. Men den første finner en, så er en, finner to. Spille gitar.
Doktor Kjell på gitar!
Der prinsen er på sensen med et sted fra dag til kjønn.
Kom det opp, kom det ut, kom det under. Var et vilt, veritabelt vidunder. Kom i huga til bunn og grunn. Er du en kärleksbuskedunder? Være en nå, så skriver jeg låt. For på din sko kom det ut blant folk og ta et grep eller to.
Men jeg ligger der og slumrer mellom ett og to. 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 Hører klokka tenker tak i telefonen. For i huet går jeg linje som kan bli vår neste plagesang. Ei låt som du går og synger på. Du går og nynner på. Den Sinsenfist du hører nå. Ta det sammen og ta et godt råd. Sleng deg opp i kørja og la ballongen gå.
La det gå, la det gå.
Til sola står opp. Det er kropp og kropp. Og øynene får forstått. Du er så søt at jeg får føle. Jeg får føle. Teddy Fox, takker og bukker jeg har. Finner meg selv, jeg er en gangster. Du har et spørsmål, Sinsenfist med motherfucking answer. Prøv å komme der på hvor jeg står så jævlig tett med gutta mine at du må snu.
Du må snu!
Jeg finner meg selv, en gangster. Jeg må holde hodet over vannet, motherfucker. Jeg finner meg selv, finner meg selv, finner meg selv. Jeg er en gangster.
Og jeg er skikkelig yo.
Gangster. Sinsenfist med motherfucking answer. Prøv å komme der forbi. Jeg står så jævlig tett med gutta mine at du må snu.
Og du må på smooth.
Jeg finner meg selv, gangsta.
Jeg må holde hodet oppe på med motherfucker. Jeg finner meg selv, finner meg selv, finner meg selv. Jeg en gangsta.
Og jeg kan spille gitar. Der kom den. Jeg kan det, altså. Litt i hvert fall. Mellom mine trær, nyfikken på blåøyne og grønn vann. Jeg har plukket trær, jeg får min lønn i solbrun ut mot et lerret av platanlønn. Skjønt man, dette er utelivsstemningen er tørn, mann. Hvis du uteblir, fuck, da er du døll, mann. Men jeg gidder ikke anstand, jeg må hoppe i det. Det er å være bare din måtte si det, la oss gå og bade. Det er utømmelig. Tankene om deg og alt som ikke er sømmelig. Det er noe vakkert der i kjøndagen. Og lørdag blir til søndag. Jeg skal lete etter kilden. Du skal vise meg din brønda. Jeg vekker deg i morgen, det er kaker i min panne. Det er for lite til å fatte og for stort til å skjønne. Og det omslutter hele meg som vannet. Jeg er for dannet til å si det, men må si det, baby. Si meg, vil du være med og bade? Bade, 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 bade. Så fint kan de ha det. Ha det, ha det, ha det, ha det, ha det, ha det. Penetrerer lagene på veien mot den. Helt uten retning, helt uten grunn. Vi må lære oss å svømme. Ikke i vannet, men i hverandre. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jeg er ikke kløpper og slummer, men jeg er bare på bare ta det lugnt, la det litt. Bare la legge meg tatt til god marina det. Det er kanskje metafor, men det er også bokstavlig. Det er ikke farlig, men faktisk behagelig å gi fra seg kontroll. Jeg henger meg til havet ditt, serverer makase, en seng av dyr organisk shit. Men null emballasje, ingen staffasje, men likevel luksuriøst. Jeg senker kropp og sinn ned i krafter i og plasker. Du slipper meg ut når du slipper meg inn. Ingenting er fullt så fint som når vi dupper i hverandre. Vandrer vektløst i ekstase, begge fulle, ingen sjangler. Det er sanger uten lyd og uten bokstaver, jeg putter rim. Intimbilding på spa, jeg skrur på krana, nå skal jeg ta det med og bade.
Bade, 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 bade.
Så fint kan vi ha det. Ha det, ha det, ha det, ha det, ha det, ha det. Penetrerer lagene på veien mot den. Helt uten retning, helt uten grunn. Vi må lære oss å svømme. Vi må lære oss å svømme. Og jeg tar museskritt mot kanten, og så er jeg der i svevet, akkurat som jeg har vært 1000 ganger før i drømme.
Og jeg stuper la meg få vanne, for deg, for ingen andre. Og jeg stuper her oss å svømme. Ikke andre i hverandre. Og jeg stuper la meg få vanne, for deg, for ingen andre. Og jeg stuper vi må lære oss å svømme. Ikke i vannet, men i hverandre.
Vær så god. Det er så kjekt å være dere i dag.
Det er det. Yes, folkens, dere har hørt mange sanger fra vårt kommende album Sinsen Fjernvarme. Nå er det sånn at det kommer en single førstkommende fredag. Det var den første låta dere hørte, og den heter God Kok. 29. mai i år, altså. Første single. 29. mai neste år. Store ting, sett av datoen. Kan hende at det er en slags release-konsert på en slags stor scene et slags sted i Oslo. Men det vet vi ikke. Ja da. Hold av datoen, som sagt, 29. mai 2027. Lev i fremtiden som oss. Legg store planer. Ok.
Kjøp badstuehatt også. Det er lurt. Det hjelper veldig fint.
Og nå gir vi ordet til deg.
Nå skal jeg spille en gammel låt.
Du må si noe.
Vi skal si en gammel låt.
Si noe om han.
Ja.
Ja. Si noe om han.
Ja, han kan si noe om han.
Ok, jeg skal si noe om den neste låta. Jeg elsker å synge om selv, eller rappe om selv. Den neste låta, den handler om denne flotte unge herremannen.
Oh yeah!
Han er 1,76 centimeter høy, han har sko nummer 42, og han har ikke hår på hodet. Han kommer fra Klokkarstua, og ja, det er vel egentlig det.
Jeg holder det.
Hello! Ok. Du tar den herfra. Kom her og hels på
Ugstad.
En levende legende, rapper mer enn brukbart. Han driter i alle trender, han for alle år til å tangere 1992. Han fjerter lyn og torden, og han svømmer i blod. Han er mye bedre flows enn han kan selv. Han er nesten like yo som Dr. Chet. Han er en mål med stålball og et mål om å være litt bedugga. Så skåler det som han får selveste hammeren. Glugg, Ugstad. Han er en institusjon og en person. Han er en ordkameleon som heter Ugstad. Så hold fingeren din rett og bit deg leppa når du lærte å gjøre en Ugstad. Bra, fortsett sånn. Bit i leppa. Nikk med hodet. Fram og tilbake.
Jeg tenker på
Hva?
Jeg tenker på pils. Tenker på alle han er nære som biter hans skills. Det er dags å bli paranoid for Ugstad. Han er en mann med masse skjerm og masse kontroll, har konsept og deler ut konfekt. Han bredder opp arma, underholder barna, gjør som han vil, han tror ikke på tarma. Han presser ned shawarma og torturerer tarma sine, leger kabal eller kvalene, tømmer hele magasinet. Han er sin egen klone, gangsten, pusekatten, iskald, kammillion. Vært 1 million med bånd her av hele kvelden, på hele skvadron blir jo hele gjengen knekt. Ugstad ugen, dunker inn pluggen, blander pils og vin og sprit og blir så jævla ugen. Han Ugstad ugen, dunker inn pluggen, du må lære deg å leve med og ikke bli muggen.
Ugstad, han er en institusjon og en person, han er en ordkameleon som heter Ugstad. Så hold fingeren din rett og bit deg leppa når du lærte å gjøre en Ugstad. Ugstad, han er en institusjon og en person, han er en ordkameleon som heter Ugstad. Så hold fingeren din rett og bit deg leppa når du lærte å gjøre en Ugstad. Det er ingenting!
Nei.
Det er ingenting!
Neida.
Det er ingenting!
Nei.
Det er ingenting!
Nei.
Det er ingenting! Det er ingenting! Det er ingenting! Det er ingenting!
Neida.
Det er ingenting han mangler, han blæster med reklame. Det er Kardashian til sammen, han tager møblemanget og rapper møblemanget. Vi steller opp i Drammen der raffinement. Gangster Grand Prix, gigantomani. Ekte G, lager segnemaleri. Siste 6 kjører lada på sti. Med rabba på kabba og dame på gly. One take wonder gangsta. Alle sier OA Ugstad. One take wonder gangsta. Alle sier OA Ugstad. One take wonder gangsta. Alle sier OA Ugstad. One take wonder gangsta. Alle sier OA, alle sier
Uttatt lang penis kan være skikkelig pes, men damen ned i peser åpner gapet som en pes. Dispenser brus er ikke godt nok for min brus. Mye brunt i glaset, serverer gyllen brus. Du tåler ikke gluten, men det frister litt med rete. Vet du ikke, visste du at hans machete har pløya flere mål enn du noen gang vil herve. Og plogen pløyer litt, han spiller setmatch og server. Ned på linnekrittet spruter deg i trynet. Du vet ikke hva som traff deg, men du elsker bare synet. På 1000 tonn swagga, pakka i en kropp. Nær på støtende lem vokser faen ingen sopp. For Ugstad så jævla ut på gutta sine. Det er 80 kilo kjøtt, og resten det er fysisk umulig, for loven må det. Det eneste som gjelder nå er E lik MC Ugstad. Han er en institusjon og en person, han er en ordkameleon som heter Ugstad. Så hold fingeren din rett og bit deg leppa når du lærte å gjøre en Ugstad. Ugstad, han er en institusjon og en person, han er en ordkameleon som heter Ugstad. Så hold fingeren din rett og bit deg leppa når du lærte å gjøre en Ugstad.
Ja.
Idrett.
Ja. Er det bra der? Ok. Der, ja.
Ugstad, han er en institusjon og en person, han er en ordkameleon som heter Ugstad. Så hold fingeren din rett og bit deg leppa når du lærte å gjøre en Ugstad. Ugstad, han er en institusjon og en person, han er en ordkameleon som heter Ugstad. Så hold fingeren din rett og bit deg leppa når du lærte å gjøre en Ugstad. Ugstad, han er en institusjon og en person, han er en ordkameleon som heter Ugstad. Så hold fingeren din rett og bit deg leppa når du lærte å gjøre en Ugstad. Ugstad, han er en institusjon og en person, han er en ordkameleon som heter Ugstad. Så hold fingeren din rett og bit deg leppa når du lærte å gjøre en Ugstad. Stor applaus for idrettsutøver Ruud Sørli på flanken. Refrenget aldri danser bedre.
Hjelper på balansen.
Skal vi spille nok en låt fra det kommende albumet, Sinsen Fjernvarme. Låta handler om damer. Den handler om damer på en veldig aldersproper måte. Og derfor heter sangen Til ungdommen. Sånn det.
Yeah.
Mann med presisjon,
Oh yeah. Gidder ikke tekste, plukker bare opp telefon. Oh yeah. Går ikke rundt brøden, jeg sender en invitasjon. Oh yeah. Til en runde rundt jorden. Vi snakker globus, det kan bli drippy drip som på Domus. Det kan bli drippy drip, Morten Skogmus. Jeg har par 30 år på baken, baby, jeg vet hva jeg vil. Jeg står jævlig stødig i denne her kroppen da. Fuck og spise grill. Jeg drikker pils, jeg drikker vino. Og dempe dette libido. Jeg drikker pils, ikke si noe, ikke si noe. Jeg og vennene mine vet at vi er voksne karer. Voksne karer og godt voksne damer. Godt voksne damer. Sikker som en damer, jeg vil damer, men hvis huset på meg er en spartaner. Trenger ikke mye, trenger bare godt voksne damer. Godt voksne! Så vi legger med noen voksne karer. Så vi legger noen godt voksne planer på kveld. Legger noen godt voksne planer bare
Tisen, her er godt vokset, men stødig jeg lever langt liv. Så spinn min er rød, jeg bruker uka mi på jobben og drekker pils på lørdag. Skal lære av de er det som snobber, ja, så hør da. Jeg henger med godt voksne karer, det var godt voksne damer. Det var godt voksne damer, som er godt voksne spaner. Men hvor jeg er fra, jeg har godt voksne aner. Vet hva jeg mener, jeg ser godt voksne faner. Og ja, vet hva jeg vil ha. Det blir godt å si ja. Orker ikke vente på at stiklingen så rot jeg skal ha. Boken som blomster i dag. Og jeg vil ha deg i de prime som Air Jordan i 1992. Om du var født eller var russ, så vil du henge med noen sexy fucking voksne karer. Voksne karer, godt voksne damer. Godt voksne damer. Kine damer, damer, ja de damene vi spiser på meg. Jeg er spartaner, trenger ikke mye, trenger bare godt voksne damer. Godt voksne! Så vi legger med noen voksne karer. Voksne! Vi legger noen godt voksne planer på kveld. Legger noen godt voksne planer. Bare. Jeg trenger ikke mye, trenger bare godt voksne damer. Godt voksne! Vi legger med noen voksne karer. Voksne! Vi legger noen godt voksne planer på kveld. Legger noen godt voksne planer. Jeg bare. Ok. Jeg er vennene når de vet det. De ser meg stable opp, backsmell, screw og jeg rasper opp økologisk på nivå. Over min mysli er det Cibrio kilo. Jeg så jævlig lilla, jeg så jævla fet hue. Skriver lille back og likeveritet. Jeg ruller i Maybach og jeg ruller på brett. Fyrer knust tørt krut som en unge litt fett. Jeg er helt sjukt stilla. Alle mine venner har helt sjukt stilla, og det gjør de rett, yeah. Det er det de gjør rett i, vel? Jo, er det ikke det de gjør rett i da? Ja, det gjør vel ikke.
Han er kul, skikkelig nasty. Ta med damene på noe tett intim dancing. Bumpepils, pekka, peia bil, på hele vekka. Jeg er CEO i en NGO, stjerne i video, digger mango, danser tango. Har drakta til legenden Luis Manera, Hero Figo. Sterkt og leve, kommer på deg.
Shoppa mi på Rosenholm, det close enough. På den siste MC, jeg er busy. Eller Jay-Z, fra NYC. Eller feeling jeg er easy. Jeg er rocksteady, teddy baby. Jeg er ikke shady, come lady. Bare vent og se. Teddy dobler det. Hey, ho, hey, ho. Hey, ho, hey, ho. Hey, ho, hey, ho. Dr. J.
En mytisk storlek, metafysisk orsak. Jeg er fastlege for Sinsenfist og master of flow. Jeg snirkler mer rundt taktene, så øresjaktene stappas med knappast begripelig nivåer for yo. Jeg kanskje den i bransjen som bestiluserer dansene trans som intrikat med dans og elegans. Kanskje ingen konkurranse, men jeg vinner likevel. Alle elsker Sinsenfist og alle roper Dr. J!
drikker glass på glass, mann. Karsk og grass, mann. Jeg holder på det, jeg ligger med hu i dass, mann. Jeg lover deg, kiss, du vet det ordner seg. Jeg færser cashen i hendene, smerter, det går nok greit. Jeg lever livet som fluespinner, og smerter stimmer, og hører på stimmer til jeg på scenen og finner. Jeg gir deg alt. Jeg gir deg alt du vil ha. Jeg gir deg sinnssykt på betong. Ja, da blir du glad. Ja, da blir du glad. Ja, da blir jeg så glad. Ja, da blir du glad. Hei, ho, hei, ho, hei, ho, hei, ho, gutten.
Kjøping eller annen sorts kjøping. For lett for pen gikk jeg bak deg trappene. Kunne lekt, pekt alt som prøvde seg. Men på et eller annet vis fikk jeg lurt deg inn i fella mi. Mohammed fella mi, så smelta vi. Jeg var den du snappa mest, den du hadde på si. Inne på vis med de riktige folka. Tåka alle blikk som mas, mye mas. Og jeg svarte, men angra, for du stakk av. Ja, du stakk av så fort at de orda ble piska i panna mi. Gjør så vondt på noe til Paracet. Har ikke noe virkning på såra i sjela mi. Tror du jeg bryr meg, jeg svarer mitt virkelig. Så vondt at en unge ville ha skammet seg. Men slutt å bry meg, er ikke tøff, er ikke pyse, men jeg setter han naken, og hver gang jeg ser det så ber jeg til Gud om å ikke bli kåt og glemme, og tegn på over nytt der inne. Men kan ikke glemme det. Hvorfor lot du meg i stikkene? Hvorfor lot dere stikke? Nei, jeg bryr meg ikke lenger med. Er ikke god til å ljuge heller. Hvorfor lot du meg i stikkene? Hvorfor lot dere stikke? Nei, jeg bryr meg ikke lenger med. Er ikke god til å ljuge heller. Hvorfor lot jeg deg stikke fra meg? For du var ute og reiste hele tiden. Fram og tilbake var ikke lenge siden året tida. Jeg tenkte shit, er dette ekte? Jeg tok en chance, kastet meg på bølg. Jeg tenkte kanskje jeg må komme meg ut av denne smørja. Men da var det der deiligere enn noensinne. Nesten uten klær, kanskje jeg bare skal sitte inne. Men i sofaen med dassrull i handa, dra ned ruggardina, sånn at ikke nabo blir forbanna. Tenker på meg selv, faen, du må finne på noe annet. Det er noe drama med dama, så drit i å være så jævlig lama. Så hopper vi fra brygga sammen, vi to på midtsommer med smørgås og kreftskive og bio med. Jeg lurer på om jeg noen gang har opplevd noe sånt som den gangen da du skrev den sangen om meg. Da vi var kine på bare var oss to. Til sommeren skal vi ut og åke skritsko. Jeg er skitso og vet ikke lenger hva som er rett og galt. Men det er lov å drømme, det har jeg fått meg fortalt. Hvorfor lot du meg stikke ned? Hvorfor lot dere stikke av? Nei, jeg bryr meg ikke lenger med. Er ikke god til å ljuge heller. Hvorfor lot du meg stikke ned? Hvorfor lot dere stikke av? Nei, jeg bryr meg ikke lenger med. Er ikke god til å ljuge heller.
Inntrykket er foreldet. Jeg vet dine foreldre vet du kan gjøre bedre, men jeg vet noe de ikke vet. Det er at regnbuen slutter et sted mellom bena dine. Harry, bena dine, så fin på det. Gi meg varje men, og det er men som jeg har vært fin på. Du med falsk hermelin, og jeg med ekte vaselin. Så blir hver kveld på Insta nye svin på skogen, ja. Svin på skogen, ja. Svin på skogen, ja.
Kunne fortsatt å være den jeg snappet til. Kunne fortsatt å være så du ville. Kunne fortsatt å ta meg hvor du ville. Men nå gir jeg min svette til noen som bryr seg, og det føles godt, men samtidig helt jævlig. Forlåt. Hvorfor lot du meg stikke der? Hvorfor lot dere stikke av? Nei, jeg bryr meg ikke lenger med. Er ikke god til å ljuge heller. Hvorfor lot du meg stikke ned? Hvorfor lot dere stikke av? Nei, jeg bryr meg ikke lenger med. Er ikke god til å ljuge heller. Hvorfor lot du meg stikke ned? Hvorfor lot dere stikke av? Jeg bryr meg ikke lenger med. Er ikke god til å ljuge heller. Hvorfor lot du meg stikke ned? Hvorfor lot dere stikke av? Nei, jeg bryr meg ikke lenger med. Er ikke god til å ljuge heller. Hvorfor lot du meg stikke ned? Hvorfor lot dere stikke av? Jeg bryr meg ikke lenger med. Er ikke god til å ljuge heller. Hvorfor lot du meg stikke ned?
nye hvite sneakers, men jeg tør ikke bruke dem ennå. Jeg har nye hvite sneakers, men jeg tør ikke bruke dem ennå. Jeg har nye hvite sneakers, men jeg tør ikke bruke dem ennå. Jeg har nye hvite sneakers, men jeg tør ikke bruke dem, jeg tør ikke bruke dem. Brusan på trappa, fjær I hatten, unge hi av vata. Nye hvite sneakers som må tråkke I borata. Sålen ikke egnet for de øverste strata. Det kan være dritt på gata, ikke hata. Jeg ikke blokk, men ingen Rio de la Plata med finansen. Ser en jævla peila ut på byen, holder distansen. Tilskuer til dansen, kan ikke slippe meg løs. For jeg blir uansett på manneking med all ekstravagansen. Men bak opp I skapet mitt der det snakker box fresh and Nike is so fit. Kunne putta massevis av respekt. Hvis jeg hadde tørt å sporte røm offentlig, men en jævla knullegutt på byen med en lang tå fucker opp mitt game, et verditap jeg ikke kan stå inne for. Napper til meg beina som en arkeolog. Jeg putter swaggen I brann og verdiskap, transjeger på mine rebounds. Jeg har nye hvite sneakers, men jeg tør ikke bruke dem ennå. Jeg har nye hvite sneakers, men jeg tør ikke bruke dem ennå. Jeg har nye hvite sneakers, men jeg tør ikke bruke dem ennå. Jeg har nye hvite sneakers, men jeg tør ikke bruke dem, jeg tør ikke bruke dem. Jeg har
fullt på grader, jeg aldri har meldt. Til de grader flere spenner med velge. Rugger, ikke, nekter la klekke.
Klekt ut planer som jeg nekter med å sette ut I livet generelt, så har jeg opprykk I mente. Jeg takker nei, kanskje bedre å hente.
Hørt at sparing kan gi rentes rente.
Jeg har hørt deg, jente, at det beste å vente. Jeg har aldri turt å si jeg vil bli din.
Jeg går
inkognito når jeg streamer Mr. Bean.
Jeg har nye hvite sneakers, dagen I dag. Jeg har vasket pussen, det må da gå bra.
Eller aldri redd med noe til nerve står jeg går på. Banna skitten etter klassetur til Kolsås. Dropper barbecue, det hot sauce, det coleslaw. Bli med tanken, vandre farben rundt I pass mode.
Jeg har nye hvite sneakers, men jeg tør ikke bruke dem ennå.
Jeg har
nye hvite sneakers, men jeg tør ikke bruke dem ennå. Jeg har nye hvite sneakers, men jeg tør ikke bruke dem ennå. Jeg har nye hvite sneakers, men jeg tør ikke bruke dem, jeg tør ikke bruke dem.
En liten drøm jeg har, Adidas Sinsenfist superstar down. Perfekt hommage for Adidas spiller på en barnehag. Rødløper jeg bra nå for mine kids. Jeg bader I moet og dusjer I blitz. Tråk meg på tå, du bader I dritt. Jeg ikke mye farmal, men sånn har det blitt. Sånn har det blitt. Sånn har det blitt, ja. Sånn har det blitt.
Jeg har nye hvite sneakers, men jeg tør ikke bruke dem ennå. Nye hvite sneakers, men jeg tør ikke bruke dem ennå. Jeg har nye hvite sneakers, men jeg tør ikke bruke dem ennå. Jeg har nye hvite sneakers, men jeg tør ikke bruke dem, jeg tør ikke bruke dem.
Tusen takk. Nå kommer det til hovedpunktet av konserten, der jeg later som at vi skal bare spille en låt til. Så skal vi spille den aller siste låta. Sånn at dere må gå og levere fra dere Vestland og signer ut sånn. Nei da, dere skal ikke det. Fordi at etter denne låta, vi går av scenen, så kommer vi til å komme ut igjen, og dere roper Sinsenfist. Og det kommer på en ny låt, enda en låt fra den neste plata vår som kommer på. Og så er det viktig at dere blir igjen etter konserten. Det blir en sånn kort 20 minutts changeover og sånn. Jeg kommer til å si dette enda en gang, sånn at dere får all info, for dette er et forskningsarrangement. Så det er viktig at alle forstår det jeg sier. Her er de som ikke kan norsk. Eller sunnmørsk. Ja. Jeg vet ikke om det gjelder som samme språk. Men poenget er, det skal være en changeover, dere kan kjøpe dere øl, dere kan gjøre ting. Det kommer også til å være og merch, ikke minst. Pastorat trenger man nå. Vi snakker med oss, altså der.
Snakker med hverandre.
Ja, poenget, vet du at det kommer også opp en QR-kode til en sånn survey, som det heter på godt norsk, som dere kan svare på om konsertopplevelser og den slags. Så kommer det til å være en panelsamtale med oss og andre mer meritterte forskere enn meg. Det finnes, jeg lover. Og det kommer til å være datajockeying. Hvis dere ikke vet hva det er, så blir det veldig morsomt å se dere gjette. Ja. Vi skal kose oss. Dette her er den aller siste låta vi spiller I dag. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Store slem.
Store slem!
er stille nå. Lysgrumt I fjorden for slått I kraften svær.
Hjem igjen, trafikken føner håret ditt, vi rider igjen. Føler oss frem mot sommerens første store slem.
Store slem!
Å leve.
Jeg parken hver eneste dag. Tusen I på seg, og nå skal du hake nok, men jeg klarer meg, det skal gå bra. Når glemmer du for at han lever, jeg glad. Men du, jeg tenker på deg hele tida. Du skulle vært her for lenge siden, men du står nok og så jeg får bare tømme meg litt og løsne mens jeg I vei. For byen min varm og jeg full, og jeg tenker på dine fine smilehull. Jeg lurer på hvor du og plutselig så står du der. Og jeg spør,
vil du være med meg hjem igjen? Hjem igjen, adrenalin og syrin der I året ditt, vi rider igjen. Føler oss frem mot sommerens neste store slem. Store slem! For et liv å leve. Lomma mi, og liv I hava di. Du synger mot samme I skriker nå, men kan ikke gjøre noe med det. Fy faen, for et liv å leve.
tusen takk for oss!
Ha det.
Anders Jares pokalløp I gang. Papagayo satser på direkte. Papagayo tar seg forbi. Alle unntatt nummer 2 danser utenfra. Kjenter at det kreativt, han blåser til inn I den første svingen. Behaviour danser. Papagayo deretter. Nummer 8 kreativ for Papagayo
alle sammen. Ok, gamle rena, gamle rena, gamle rena. Opp med henda, opp med henda, opp med henda. Gamle rena, gamle rena, gamle rena. Opp med henda, opp med henda, opp med henda. Gamle rena, gamle rena. Opp med henda, opp med henda, opp med henda.
Gamle renner, dere hørte 7 papagayo
Sitter det?
Ja. Det er låt fra neste plate, Sinsen 5 år med.
Ja, ny plate som dere skjønner.
Første verset er mitt.
Ok, nå begynner
det kommer nå.
Ja, ok.
Jeg kjenner ingen som fikk hepatitt av gassen på Møllers. En var villig til å svette litt for prisen på øl der. Og billig. Villmarka sang styres av næringstilgang og den ærligste trang. Det er gjærdrikk til mann. Vandringsmønster endret med klima. Jeg svimer meg rundt hjørnetørna inn i nasjonalpark med vennepris. Fikk kjempedeals uendelisk med valfart i mengde pils. Siden og plassen fikk si endelikt stengetid. Alle elveløp er alltid i usynlig endring. Selv det viktige blir en gang til utydelig demring. En kan tro at en er moroman, men moro kan bety mye rart, som en god roman. Nei, perspektiv du vet, sandslått viskast ut av brenninga, men av og til når det går fort i livets vendinger, og erkjenninga går innover og rundt som ei vinylrille, teker siste sitten dit hvor tida steg stille.
Gamle rena, gamle rena, gamle rena. Opp med henda, opp med henda, opp med henda. Hei! Gamle rena, gamle rena, gamle rena. Opp med henda, opp med henda, opp med henda. Gamle rena, gamle rena, gamle rena. Opp med henda, opp med henda, opp med henda. Gamle rena, gamle rena, gamle rena. Opp med henda, opp med henda, opp med henda. Du valgte da til det perfekt.
Dette er ikke på film.
Må du starte med spennende?
Jeg tar nå, ja.
Ja, tar det nå. Kjempebra.
Ok. Du snakker bra til med spenna, men det må ikke være sånn, for når det er travløp på renna, setter ryggen din bånd, og det er ikke sånn at det er samling i bånd. Nei, for jeg kan alltid bare tape et lån, så jeg kan drukne alle sorger som må komme i mitt eget melodrama. For pilsen flyter fort her opp på Sinsen panorama, bare bedøver meg helt i min ånd. Den enarma banditten der smaker bra for mitt mål, så jeg putter penger på den.
Yeah. Gamle Renna har fått sin låt. Muselunden har fått sin låt. Sinsen-terrassen har fått sin låt. Det er ikke måte på. Tusen takk for at dere kom til Chateau Neuf i kveld og forsket sammen med oss Sinsenfist. Og nå skal vi synge refrenget en gang til. Hey, ok. Gamle Renna, gamle Renna, gamle Renna. Opp med henda, opp med henda, opp med henda. Gamle Renna, gamle Renna, gamle Renna. Opp med henda, opp med henda, opp med henda. Gamle Renna, gamle Renna, gamle Renna. Opp med henda, opp med henda, opp med henda. Gamle Renna, gamle Renna, gamle Renna. Opp med henda, opp med henda, opp med henda igjen. Gamle Renna, gamle Renna, gamle Renna. Opp med henda, opp med henda, opp med henda. Gamle Renna, gamle Renna, gamle Renna. Opp med henda, opp med henda, opp med henda. Jeg blir nesten gamle Renna, banditt. Opp med henda, opp med henda, opp med henda. Gamle Renna, gamle Renna. Skal jeg sammen se og sammen meg på venna? Yeah!
Tidligste stille på ei uteservering. En evig solnedgang, uendelig ferie. På gamle Renna smaker pilsen som før. Det er noen minner som aldri dør.
Den kunne vi, dere.
Yes!
Oh yeah! Det er bra, det er et år til release-konsert. Eller noe annet som skjer 29. mai 2027. Hold av datoen. Etterpå, så hvis dere vil ha nyheter fra Sinsenfist i året som kommer, så har vi bestemt oss for å gå hardt inn i det veldig populære mediumet nyhetsbrev på e-post. Så etterpå så blir det muligheter for å skrive seg på Sinsenfist i nyhetsbrev, eksklusive nyheter, eksklusive merch drops, eksklusiv innsikt i fistens indre liv får dere der. Og nå skal vi spille en gammel sang som er 12,5 år gammel-ish. Skrevet rett borti gata her.
Det er en oppfordring for i kveld, oppfordring for resten av året og for livet generelt. Handler om å bare være litt ufornuftig. En svalgjøkke sommer, jeg har ikke hold på kassa, men jeg ligger der som rudbær med en blå en oppi rassa. Fyrt opp en rev og dampar en på dassa, man. Fortsetter jeg sånn, så ender jeg opp som kassamann. For i min rema eller annen dagligvare, det er ikke i dag dagligdags med kjøtt på stakene, så jeg tenker bare sommeren kommer, jeg blir som en junkie for ekstremsport. Jeg lover at det er lov å titte shortsen, den er lovlig kort. Det blir bedre enn helt ny rutine, men jeg er ikke inspirert for ingen strutter sånn som dine. Brøstet fram, haka opp, tunga henger ute, overtenning, digre baller, umulig å kute. Hvorfor skal du være så forsiktig da? Ta og legg bort det fornuftige og hølle på refrenget. Det er det beste sted å pisse, det er midt ute i bassenget. Ufornuftig, la meg være litt udugelig. Udugelig, for jeg er ekte. Ekte G, ekte G. Ufornuftig, la meg være litt udugelig. Udugelig, for jeg er ekte. Ekte G, ekte Ben og slavisk markerer nå midten av lokalet. Og dere som er seende venstre, litt til høyre for midtdelene der, dere kommer nå til å være lag A. Og dere skal bidra på refrenget her ved å bekrefte at dere er ekte. Her har vi lag G. The G-unit. Og det er rett og slett sånn at når Ben og slavisk spør om dere er ekte, så skal dere bekrefte det. Først lag av og si ja. Og så kommer det G-unit etterpå og bekrefter ved å si G. Og vi øver nå.
Ekte. Nei, jeg var til. Jeg var ikke klar.
Ja, du er klar?
Nei, da er jeg klar.
Ok, lag A. Lag G. Ok, følg meg.
Yeah. Ekte. Ekte.
G.
Ekte. Ekte.
G.
Ekte. Ekte.
G.
Ekte.
Ja.
Ekte. Litt
Kom igjen.
mer ekte. Ekte.
Ja.
Ekte. 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 Ekte.
G.
Ok.
Der sitter den. Ok. Og jeg har gjort det igjen. Jeg har ikke peiling på hvor jeg er. Hennes svett på ryggen sin, så hva har jeg vært alene lenge? Angst, det er da på tide å stikke. Stikker og kjøpe mer og drikke. Jeg burde sove, gjøre ikke. Det er sommernatt at den skal nytes, mann. Liker å bøtte, så jeg har med meg spann. Skulle tatt ut penger og reise til et varmt land, men er over ut i gatene for 1000 gang. Men det var før, nå blir det så alt for lite moro. Må jobbe og slite, grite noe papir når jeg må drite. Og du vet jeg er ikke min stil, mann. Å klippe pen og luke ugress og gi plass til vann. Ufornuftig, la meg være litt udugelig. Udugelig, for jeg er ekte. Ekte. Ja. Ekte. Ufornuftig, la meg være litt udugelig. Udugelig, for jeg er ekte. Ekte. Ja. Ekte. Ekte.
Ja, jeg er ekte. Men å sitte her og vansmekte, det må jeg nekte. Jeg har til si alt innimellom. Tidspress, null stress, joggedress vil bare være F-R-I-A. Jeg har her på gli, hode, skulder, kne og tå. Jeg ble født med stiv. Ja, det gjør meg erektiv, gjerne masse reptil. Gjerne i kveld, motherfucker, jeg er ufornuftig. La meg være litt udugelig. For jeg er ekte. Ekte G. Ekte. Ekte G. Ufornuftig. La meg være litt udugelig. For jeg er ekte. Ekte G. Ekte. Ekte.
Institutets egen doktor Kjell på gitaren. Var det noen som sa gitar helt her? Did anyone say guitar hero?
Og 1, og 2, og 3, og 4.
La meg være litt udugelig. Og jeg er ekte, 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 ufornuftig. La meg være litt udugelig. Og jeg er ekte, 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 ekte.
Kom for fasit, vi alltid rett. 100% fist, 100% fist. Har ikke valgt det selv, utpekt av herrefist. Perler bort på Sinsen, 100% fist, 100% fist, 100%, 100% fist, 100%. Jeg var til legen, han sa, man, you're amazing. Hva har du gjort der? Du stappa full av ginseng. Oldies i huet, lever halvt liv for sent. Men ruller rundt på scenen med en halv kropp for feit. Legen, han var stum, ja, for orda var han leit. Han så du ser ut som et jævla mor. Det er ikke greit, jeg sa jeg trenger gjennom frisk omega som en fisk. Jeg er 100% på seg. Burneriet og hjelper fri. Jeg skal ikke bøffe min stil. Jeg er ikke leien eller dias. Jeg er heit, ja. Helvete, helvete, frøken. Jeg er heit, du. Har ikke sett meg, men jeg lover at det er helt greit. Jeg kaster papirflipp og flyviller og flytter fjell på fise. Fine fister inner som Marokk i foten til Travolta med 100% twist. Jeg husker motherfucker 100% fist. Tunge ting, det løser vi så lett. 100% fist, 100% fist. Kom for fasit, vi er alltid rett. 100% fist. Har ikke valgt det selv, utpekt av herrefist. Perler bort på Sinsen, 100% fist, 100% fist, 100% fist.
Ja, for jeg er Dr. Kjell. At man har logisk brist. Noen da er heilved, 100% kvist. Men her er mix av piks. Jeg er ikke cellulose, heller symbiose av diagnose. En annen mange glose, hele artist. Snakker for fullt gitarrister, jeg er jazzist. Jeg skal one-man som action bronze. Heter mer enn deg, en Lars Monsen. Jeg er stor fist, jeg er en stor fist på boinga med Gucci. Henger ut i jacuzzi, så jeg er flotte med cruise-ski. Ja visst, jeg er stødig framdrift som turski. Jeg spytter sushi, 100% friskt. Vi er en god mix, jeg synes en fisk. Vi er hva skal ekte gangster-rap-bedrift. Vi er en feite bit, og vi vet hvor vi skal putte den. Vi er Røffingen, Dr. Kjell. Gutta! Tunge ting, vi løser vi så lett. 100% fist. Kom for fasit, vi er alltid rett. 100% fist. Har ikke valgt det selv, utpekt av herrefist. Perler bort på Sinsen, 100% fist, 100% fist, 100% fist.
Ja, tenn min gnist. Hvis ikke blir jeg 100% trist. 100% fullstendisk, legendisk. Jeg står tett med gutta mine. Og hvis du ikke snur 100% risk. Jeg er en ung hund med svært gamle triks. Jeg er ikke generøs med den finnes ikke ugrisk. Nei, vi har nytt ESA, blir aldri noen rettstvist. Forfekter 100% gulrot, 0% fisk. Jeg er en sky, jeg spiller, jeg innerst i sofaen på Wings, der du finner meg. Ikke bare en fingerneve, være en hel neve. Det er kanskje skremmende først, så har det vært strev og slik lyder profeten ord til dere menn og kvinner. Eller som jeg kaller det, fister og fister i det, ja. Tunge ting, de løser vi så lett. 100% fisk. Kom for fasit, vi er alltid rett. 100% fisk. Har ikke valgt det selv, utpekt av herrefist. Perler bort på Sinsen, 100% fist, 100% fist, 100%
If you leave, take off your vest. Don't leave. We will have a panel. Get a beer and stuff. Solveig and Alexander can tell you more.
Okay, everyone, so get something to drink. We'll be back with the panel, and then we're going to reveal the secret about everything here.
Music down, so we can say it. Okay, so Kjell Andreas has already said this several times, but we want to do it in English as well. There will be a 20-minute break. And please don't leave. There will be a QR code. We kindly ask you to fill out a questionnaire, because it will really help us link the physical data to your responses. So that's really good. And I want to give a huge thanks to Sinsenfist, who has not only given us a fantastic music experience, very interactive and everything, but have also shared their data, participating in research, and that's something that you have all done as well. And I think it's a beautiful thing, so thank you. And please just stick around for 20 minutes.
And Sinsenfist will also talk about why they're doing what they're doing and the connection to research. So,
and there will also be some playing around with the data, so you will get to see some of your some of what was going on inside your chest during this performance. So I think that's pretty exciting. Yeah. But have a drink and fill out the questionnaire, okay?
Cool. See you soon.
Fjellkjønn i natt og sitt morgensola rødme mot sky. Sitt kveldssol som sitter hele borsetene i brann. Niste i himmelrand. Men det vakreste av det vakre og det fineste av det fine det så syng oss. Øynene dine og smilet ditt og stemma di.
FYP love, IG love. My crisis ain't from cost of living. I think about death like God forbid it. American Express got no limit. Career consists of lots of women. How can I convince you I'm not the villain? Shit's dramatic like opera singing. Down on one knee I got a proposition. In the past I was not consistent. Out of these girls you're top division. Can't downgrade and lower my standard. When I first saw you in a Granby I was in awe and showing a man them. Asking advice how can I slide in there. Using words not my usual language. I clocked that you just came out of a breakup. Been on your social media ranting. Slid up and replied to your story. You ain't responded, I wanna unsend it. Got me stalking your Facebook page and preying your friends list. Saw that you followed a fellow acquaintance. You ain't even mind you, I'm feeling envious. Promiscuous chick make me wanna risk it. I like how you're real uncensored. When our children ask us how did we meet, I'm telling them Gen Z love, FYP love, IG love. Saw her on the explore page like I need to explore deeper. Suggested accounts said that we got mutuals, but you don't fuck with them, me neither. When I'm with you I get baby fever. I met your mum on the FYP. We're young and I love Gen Z. Mum said that it ain't gon' last. I'm telling her we gon' see. They say our relationship is childish. You're my baby, so I agree. Started with an IG light, now you're down to ride just like a G. If it weren't for the algorithm, I wouldn't have found my woman. We're messing around and act like kids, give me a nostalgic feeling. Took you on all of them trips. Now you got my accountant tripping. Sent you 1,000 roses, not like your local, 1,000 miles I've driven. You ain't even gave me the ick yet. I ain't even seen red flags yet. Get mad and you call me a dickhead. Got me addicted, full like a crackhead. Passenger seat just giving me side eye. It's giving main character syndrome. You ain't gotta connect to the Wi-Fi. Let's just talk and put down the iPhone. She like my post, I like her post. Love at first sight, love at first scroll. I ain't perfect, I'm trying to learn though. I hope it's worth it when we turn old. Still recovering, I'm not okay. So I'm paranoid that she won't stay. I might catch a wine, this ain't Soul Train. I'm afraid this ain't like the old days. When our children ask us how did we meet, I'm telling them Gen Z love, FYP love, IG love. Saw her on the explore page like I need to explore deeper. Suggested accounts said that we got mutuals, but you don't fuck with them, me neither. When I'm with you I get baby fever. I met your mum on the FYP. We're young and I love Gen Z. Mum said that it ain't gon' last. I'm telling her we gon' see. They say our relationship is childish. You're my baby, so I agree. Started with an IG light, now you're down to ride just like a G.
I tweak or mix this, you know. It sounds cold.
Magic, I get the pack and make it vanish. I got a habit, everything I want I got to have it. Splash it, spending all this money on my fashion. Thank God he made it happen, happen. My life a movie but it's real, I'm not acting. Oh no, I don't have no time for them. I love my bros, man, I'll ride for them. I wonder if it could hurt me, all them times I reached out. This trap shit ain't a game, it's a fucking lifestyle. I'm waking them up, money my alarm, I'm picking it up and getting it gone. No, I don't want drama, but I woke up this morning and my bro told me it's on. I should've went uni, I'm in Oxford, bros in Cambridge. I really short shit, I don't be faking, I don't like birthdays, don't celebrate them. I got a brain, I'm mouth a strainer, I'm in a mouth, my dick a retain. I'm busting a tongue, I'm one in the chamber. When I'm done, I'm not returning the favour. How you endorsing fake shit, trying to tell me that it's showbiz. Two tones on the microphone, everything I say is authentic. If I said it, then I meant it. Even in school, I was selling shit. Got your girl on my phone, she belling it. I'm recording a song, I'm airing it. I wonder if it could hurt me, all them times I reached out. This trap shit ain't a game, it's a fucking lifestyle. Waking them up, money my alarm, I'm picking it up and getting it gone. No, I don't want drama, but I woke up this morning and my bro told me it's on. I wonder if it could hurt me, all them times I reached out. Got your girl on my phone, she belling it. I'm recording a song, I'm airing it. Waking them up, money my alarm, I'm picking it up and getting it gone. No, I don't want drama, but I woke up this morning and my bro told me it's on. Magic, I get the pack and make it vanish. I got a habit, everything I want I got to have it. Splash it, spending all this money on my fashion. Thank God he made it happen, happen. My life a movie but it's real, I'm not acting. Oh no, I don't have no time for them. I love my bros, man, I'll ride for them.
Strikes in the mix. You ready for another spoiler? I've always been a man of bold predictions, and I'm predicting that this guy right here, star in the making. Coming out of West London, some of you may know the name, but for those who don't, it's my guy, Central C.
If you got what it takes, I'll take it. This shit took ages. Should know that you can't rush greatness, but you're too impatient. 1 million views ain't famous. Need me a crib, no neighbours. Mad, need me 1,000 acres. Can't wait till a man's on stages. I'm just not at that stage yet. Million views, I'm grateful. Love, broski thinks that I made it. What's the long-term vision? 2M in my daughter's saving. Cat fell back and I thought he fainted. Dirty trap, all the jakes don't rate it. This when I took that L, I thought about jail and I stopped complaining. Don't know about drought, spoke to the plug just now and a lot just came in. Bros over the pot just whipping, you know that the plot just twisting. Bro done a whole lot of missions, meanwhile whole of your block just bitching. So it don't make sense, selling them party drugs. Why'd you think that I'm up 4 AM? Link my sheep pay for the rawest, yeah. Don't you know that talk is bait? Same way bro caught that case when I made 10M, might call it a day. I was young and I still invested, calm business minded. Stay in the trap or rap, or both, I'm indecisive. I was bando, sold for surfing. Observe, I overheard him. One sign, I'll burn that bridge. Might go left if I miss this turning. Can't make my mind up, I'm in two minds. Not once did I think about quitting. I always knew that I blowed you time. I always knew that hoe weren't mine. I always knew them boys won't ride. Real shit. Why do you think that I roll on my own more time? Let the game commence. I'm up front, they're playing the bench. I heard who's up next. The city been saying the cinch. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I've been on some bullshit, I'm sure it's evident. Deep down I'm hurt, I'm stressing, but with the guys on Friday I'm laughing. When it comes to riding round here, they're stalling, bet in a orange. See what's pull up in a foreign, who's calling and what's it regarding? Dumb hoe just call me a wrong'un, I'm common, so what's so alarming? Bare hands, I reckon I'd fist him, but the pussy all start backing out kitchen. Bro back in the Camden, listen, handful of bands in abandoned building. If the fans don't feel this, I'll be back in the bando filming. Baby on board on the ding, I had to tell B I don't have no children. I'm not in the mood for pics, I'm hearing kids saying swear that's him. They know the songs I sing, they don't know the life I live. They talk about riding, they don't know about the violent side of things. They see me shining, they don't know about the grind that I put in.
Hey, Cinch, let's be real though. 2020's been a fucked up year so far. And more time it don't even look like there's light at the end of the tunnel. Enough unanswered questions. And I need someone to speak on it. And who better than yourself? Free the man, cuz.
Tough times don't last, when's the pain gonna pass? I've seen orders fall off and order one like one dot. I won't talk too much, I put that boy on blast. They call me 23 but they say no last dance. CEO and renowned for staying months in that town. I won't welcome in my house, my mum abandoned her child. Before they try and take my chain, they'll pull their cameras out. Imagine beefing with a brother on a random account. Turn the news on, ain't nothing informative though. I'm over it now, I'm sure that this corona's a hoax. The less we know, fam, it's like the more they control. If all of us spoke, then I'm pretty sure we'd evolve. Importing that dough, my brody dodged the border control. They gave my brother 8 years for the calling info. Had to revolt, then I started seeing results. I wonder who's getting called when MPs want coke, huh? Nobody showed me love when I was grinding, but it's changed. Whenever I'm around them, they all smiling, but it's fake. If music don't cut it, then the crime is gonna pay. I be ghosting all the time, I disappear and hibernate. All the women that I fuck with say I'm something else, cause I put money first and I don't really trust these girls. Had to put a penny on it, I don't trust those girls. In the trap house with my brother doing top and tails. This ain't for the fake or the small-minded. Small circle, violate, we all riding. I got vision, this ain't for the short-sighted. Free the guys and this ain't for the law-abiding. I'm from a city full of skyscrapers, armed feds, X5s, high-speed chasers. Now they wanna help, I don't need your favors. When I needed help, I couldn't see faces. Wanna see me failing, demotivated. I ain't fucking with no rappers, they ain't no relation. I was losing hope, planning home invasions. I'm only involved in money conversation. Fuck a generation gap, I relate to the masses. I don't even need to drill, I can pay for the action. Said so persistent and I'm too reluctant. I remember I was broke, had to learn to ration. It was fun while it lasted, now it's my turn. Chopping down an onion, make your eyes burn. I was putting work in when them guys weren't. I'm flying straight, they're trying to make me divert.
in the mix.
You are now listening to Young Checks.
When you were sleeping on trains and you're homeless and your mom's kicked you out and all them thing there, people would have loved to shit on you. So now that you're doing your thing and you're going in, stay.
Done a graveyard shift last night, woke up today and got straight back to it. Done a graveyard shift last night, woke up today and got straight back to it. Took me an L, no problem, I got on my grind, got straight back to it. Had to handle a call in the middle of G and I put down my phone, got straight back to it. They free my bro, got straight back to it. Bro, fresh home, got straight back to it. Done a graveyard shift last night, woke up today and got straight back to it. Took me an L, no problem, I got on my grind, got straight back to it. Had to handle a call in the middle of G and I put down my phone, got straight back to it. They free my bro, got straight back to it. Bro, fresh home, got straight back to it. Look, we all go through hard times, that's why it's live yours and it's not live mine. You gotta turn up, sometimes live life. You gotta work harder, you're not gonna shine. Told the promoter I'm not performing if I can't come with all of the guys. I got the ball right now, it's my time, but I told bro, go long, go wide. They shot their shot, but it was offside. It's from Virgil when I rock off white. No cap, this shit ain't no made up rhymes. Got away with words, got away with crime. Told little bro you're the next in line, but be patient, it will take some time. Don't think how we ain't got back just yet, now we're just gonna let it slide. Done a graveyard shift last night, woke up today and got straight back to it. Took me an L, no problem, I got on my grind, got straight back to it. Had to handle a call in the middle of G and I put down my phone, got straight back to it. They free my bro, got straight back to it. Bro, fresh home, got straight back to it. Done a graveyard shift last night, woke up today and got straight back to it. Took me an L, no problem, I got on my grind, got straight back to it. Had to handle a call in the middle of G and I put down my phone, got straight back to it. They free my bro, got straight back to it. Bro, fresh home, got straight back to it. I thought this shit was hip-hop, not gonna lie, I'm a bit disappointed. Certain man wanna move like divas, what can I say, it's for entertainment. I fucked shorty and I left her high and dry as deep, she thought I was staying. Fuck, I just lived up to the stereotype that we're all the same, shame. She wanna get slapped in the face, I'm afraid it's a bit too kinky and I'm not trying to catch me a case. Say what I want, you don't have to relate. Unlike most of these artists that's lying, I'm actually paid. I don't want aftermarket diamonds, man, I want factory made. OGs need to get back to reality, I don't wanna hear about back in the day. Go on the net, all I hear is Sench, I don't wanna hear them chatting my name. All of these guys try to cut the campaign, I feel like Usher, trapped in the rain. Been through a lot, I can handle the fame, I waste no time, get straight back to it.
You need to remember, brother, yeah. First they love you, then they hate you, then they love you again.
I waste no time, get straight back to it.
You knew you can't do no wrong, you knew you're golden boy. And then they start trying to slowly find chinks in your armor and things to take you down.
Done a graveyard shift last night, woke up today and got straight back to it. Took me an L, no problem, I got on my grind, got straight back to it. Had to handle a call in the middle of G and I put down my phone, got straight back to it. They free my bro, got straight back to it. Bro, fresh home, got straight back to it.
Ja, nå er jeg litt. Okay. Hope you all had a good break. And now we come to the more sciencey part of the program, where we'll be talking about what was the experience like and what have the researchers actually been trying to figure out. Unraveling the mystery of music, I guess. It's a very long process. And thank you again for everybody who participated. I'm Solveig Sørbe. I'm from the University Library. I've been with MusicLab since its naissance back in, I think, 2017. A lot of things have happened since then. And MusicLab is essentially researching real-life concerts. And it's it's kind of like being part of the experiment is also making being part of the music even better. So thank you so much for being here. And now there will be a panel led by professor in the music technology, Alexander Refsum Jensenius. And we have 4 members from Sinsenfist. And then Finn Upham, who is leading this research, is also going to play around with some of the data that has been collected. So, okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
And feel free if you want to come closer. We, in addition to the people here in the room, we also welcome people online. We are streaming this as well in good MusicLab style. So as Solveig said, MusicLab is in an open research innovation project here at the University of Oslo, where the idea is to explore how we can do music research in the wild, outside of the lab. So this is the wild, you could say. And we're also trying to open the box to say that research is not a black box thing, it's a white box thing, or the glass box, in the sense that we can look into the box and see what's going on. And literally, we are actually seeing into the bodies of the musicians, kind of, ish. We'll get back to that. And we are looking into the bodies of the audience as well, at least the ones here physically here in the hall, and not those on YouTube right now. But first, before we get into that, then Dr. Kjell and colleagues over there, interestingly, we kind of split the sofa between us. Why are you interested in doing a research concert, and why did we do this at all? Let's start there.
The reason it came up was because why haven't we done it? Like, I've been working at RITMO for a long time, and Alexander just mentioned to me in passing, like, why haven't we done this? And I said, well, there's absolutely no good reason why we haven't done this previously. Combined the fact that I'm part of the best hip hop group in Norway, and that I'm working as a researcher at RITMO. So I broached the idea to these guys. So I think it's probably, like, I felt obligated. I don't know if they felt obligated. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we felt like it was a good thing to to open up, to be open to participate in this gathering of data, and obviously to let our musical experiment that has been going on for 13 years contribute to something larger, I guess. And then
much smaller.
Yeah, and obviously it was also because we didn't have any live gigs planned for the spring, and we have a quite tight schedule in August, so we needed to kind of like, we were like, yeah, that's good. We can have like a training session here because we won't have time to rehearse too much after summer. So there was stars aligned, and now we are here.
We always think about synergies in research, and this was one of those.
Also in life. Yeah.
No, but then because we're going to look at some data now in a little bit, but then now as performing musicians and being on stage, how would you, I mean, if you're thinking about then that we're now researching you, looking at you, but also the audience, the relationship between you and the audience, relationship between you, what do you think would come out of these things? Do you have any ideas of, is there anything you're interested in learning about?
I had loads. If anyone else want to chime in, they can, but otherwise I'll just hog the mic a little bit. I'm trying not to take, like, since I'm also, I should be in both couches, but I'm not big enough. But yeah, no, yeah, thank you. No, it's, I was interested in things like, are there like clear differences in the ways we engage the audience, right? Because these are things we speak about and we have done and we have rehearsed, and or like this have organically come up throughout the more than a decade of performance. So like none of these the ways we interacted with the audience today were like extra or that we had changed from a normal gig, right? So sometimes you will do a movement and expect the audience to follow along. Sometimes you will sing something that you think like they will sing along with this after the 24th time we do it, right? But other times it's like we explicitly say, now you have to do this, right? And since we are up on a stage, people will listen to us, right? And it's interesting to figure out the differences between these things. That's what I initially thought about. And then after seeing what kind of data we're gathering, I get more questions and become like, childishly excited about the differences in how we move and where are we looking and all of those things. But that wasn't the initial thing. It was more about, are the stuff that we are doing working, and are they working differently? What should we do more of to capture the audience that's there for the first time and aren't yet super fans? Yeah.
But I guess you're partly partial to this whole thing, since you also know a little bit more about what's going on inside. So the three rest of you, did you have any thoughts or ideas or interesting things you think could come out of studying you?
Yeah, I was more interested in like how the audience react with us. And since I'm the drummer, I was very curious where do I look when I play. And we saw something yesterday. I was not very surprised that the camera was all over the place. And but it's a part when what does the public like feel when we're playing, and is the songs good enough? Are there like all the stuff that the dance moves and everything? But how do they react? I think that's cool to see how they actually react. And yeah, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it would be fun.
Yeah, that's how I
just try
started.
something new. Hadn't done this before, so that's probably cool. And yeah, I don't know what to expect. I'm just like, all right, they're gathering some data, and all right, let's see what we get.
Yeah. We're getting there, but before that, do you feel that this was a normal show for you in a sense? What you did on stage, was it kind of characteristic for a normal performance for you?
I would say it was 100% characteristic. It was not. There was no, but really there was no layer to it that we were trying to be conscious that we were part of research. It was, and that includes also like the way we when we. Because that's usually how when we test new songs, I think that's, I mean, even when stuff doesn't go as planned, we kind of, that's how we usually solve it, you know, just by kind of interacting together, laughing together, trying again on the beat, not being like tense or, you know, really trying to kind of, you know, we don't want to create this feeling of tension, because that really that's a very it kind of transmits very quickly, you know, when if we feel it and the audience feel it, and especially in a situation like this when it's nowhere to hide and like everyone is watching everyone, and you know that kind of tension, or like if it gets like even just a tiny fraction of cringe, it will kind of be, you know, that's what that feeling kind of sticks to you. So I feel like that's one of our as a band, I think that's one of our experiences, kind of, or like that's how we've developed over the years, that we kind of never get to that point because we don't really blame each other if things go wrong. We just keep going and we just laugh and we just have fun, and then that's the feeling that transmits to the audience, kind of. So I thought specifically that song that kind of we had to retry 3 times to get it right. That was very much like, that was because we were doing it in a normal setting. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start unpacking or opening the box a little bit then for what actually happened in terms of research here, because this was a research concert. And I should say also that MusicLab is a high-risk research project, so this is not something you should do at home at all. Or this is something that we at RITMO like to do because it's fun and it's risky, and we fail along the way. That's part of. So I think that's kind of a shared thing that we're doing as researchers and musicians here now. So Finn Upham is a researcher at RITMO and the mastermind behind the data collection here today. We have a big team of other people, I should say, too, behind here and there, etc. But Finn, could you take us through what have we collected now, data today?
All right. Well, we have data collection on the performers as well as on the audience. And so I'll kind of split it into those 2 parts. On the musicians, we had physiological measurements, that's heart, cardiac measurements, as well as respiration. We obviously have the performance itself, right? We've got multi-track recordings of what was being taken off the stage, as well as a live stream, cameras. There's a 360 camera up there that is recording both the stage as well as the audience. And then we have all the cameras on their heads. I don't know if you noticed, they're fantastic headbands. We went through a lot of trials to try to get those right. And so we're recording with those. The little fins they had at the front of their head was a camera that was tracking where they were facing. And so what we're looking at in the performers is when they're interacting with each other, when they're interacting with the audience. And we'll be able to line up those recordings to be able to see some of those interplays given what they're doing. Because in a show like this, we're all doing a lot. And obviously the musicians are here to show us what they do, but the audience is also doing a lot. And so to capture that side of things, we have a bunch of you are wearing sensors. Thank you for that data. We also have the questionnaires that you filled out, which is super helpful because it gives us context as well to make sense of what you are really doing. Because we've got the measurements and we can interpret a certain amount, but this adds another layer. And then we also have thermal cameras on the other side of the stage pointing at the audience. And thermal cameras let us see you guys move without being distracted by the lights and without capturing your faces. So it's a very anonymous way of measuring a crowd. And it lets us see just like how much movement there is happening, the rhythms across sort of the audience. And we'll be able to look at things like when you do follow along to the movements, or when you don't, or when you stop and laugh at something that's happened, because that's a really important part of this shared kind of experience. So we have all these different pieces, and I'll be showing you little bits of data from both this concert as well as related concerts to give you an idea of what information we get from all of these signals.
But before we get to that, let's hear from the musicians a little bit. So then, so for example, now you all wore these cameras then on your forehead. That's kind of in the bands you had. What do you think about your head movement? I mean, you said as a drummer, you said that you didn't really know what you were doing with your head, but now thinking about it, and before we're starting the analysis, then what do you actually think that you look at and see and interact with?
Well, I know I'm looking at where I'm hitting, and I'm always like 1 second ahead. Like I'm looking at the cymbal, and then I hit it. And but I'm not. When I saw the data, the video yesterday, I was very surprised how much I looked at those guys. They're pretty, but but it was very interesting to see, especially when I'm having like a pretty fast beat or a slow groovy one, where I'm looking, and I'm always looking like one second before I hit, because I'm trying to figure out what should I do next, like what fiddle and stuff. So it's I know what I'm playing, but
hopefully you have some idea what.
But it's fun to see where like I'm always 1 second ahead, and that was good to see. And but I don't think about it; I just do it, and I think that's cool.
I think that these are some things that we have been, as a performer, you have been conscious or thought about these things before. So it's nice to just get to see if what you think is true. I was slightly more conscious of where I was looking today than I typically am, but I do know from experience that I look much more on my guitar. Of course, like if I'm moving to different parts of the neck, like I'm proficient at playing the guitar, but like I won't magically move the correct amount of frets when I'm jumping around the stage. So I have to look at where I'm moving my hand. But I'm looking much more at the other people on stage than I am at the audience. Like I might look towards the audience, but I'm typically more often looking at like a light or something, or just above their heads, because it's very easy to get distracted if you look like right into the face of someone in the audience. It's fun to do now and then, and in those moments in concerts when like people sing along or you have these like strong feelings of interaction, then you might like find someone's gaze, right, and share that. But typically, as in all types of concerts, whether that's like a big festival stage and you're high up and far away from the closest audience member, or it's like a club stage where you're like at the floor and you're almost like eye level to the front row, it's still I don't look at the audience that much. Yeah.
But then if we were to, and we will actually, analyze where you're spending your time and what you're looking at. If you were to think about between you, the 6 musicians on stage, if we are to calculate the percentage of time that you look at each other, do you have a feeling for who you're looking the most at?
You go.
For me, it's
Tricky question.
of course Kjell and Terje, who is playing bass. Yeah, and it depends on the song. Like I always like to see if everybody is on point, like if they're ready and stuff like that. But yeah, especially Terje and Kjell, because they're like my backbones, my homies.
I think us two holding the mic.
Yeah.
We know that we look at each other.
Yes.
Almost all the time.
Yes.
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 No, but obviously, like since we are the two of us, Ugstad and me, we are free to move. We're like not bound by any instrument, so we're quite free to move in the center of the stage. And then just for practical reasons, we need to kind of know where we have each other, so we don't jump or bump into each other all the time. But we also have developed a lot of internal humoristic small details and kind of cues to each other. So I think that is I suspect that it will be like a lot of him in my camera, and then some very like abrupt, strict movements back to the drummer to kind of make sure that he's following along. Yeah, that's it. And with the audience, it was kind of comfortable today because I know, just to add that I know from experience that if people are at a stage like this, if they're all the way up front, I think it's a bit too much actually to kind of look at them that is on the first row. So if you want my attention, you should be like 6th, 7th row. That's really nice, because then it's like not too, I don't know, it feels a bit like first row is, it's a bit too intimate, so I can't really engage that much. It feels inappropriate. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. And then that's the looking, and we will analyze that. But then of course also in terms of respiration, breathing, and the pulse. Do you have any feeling about how you breathe during and how that develops over the course of a concert?
We have a good Norwegian expression, innbytterpuls, which is like when you first start, you kind of you get like a really high heart rate, and you're like, if you're like not properly warmed up, but even then, right? It's like the excitement, the adrenaline when you first get on stage, and the first couple of songs, and then you suddenly like, oh, my verse is coming up, and I'm going to rap now in a couple of seconds. And now my heart rate is really high, and I'm breathing quickly, and it's like it's hard to catch your breath, and you need a lot of breath to rap. So that happens, like it's 15 years of gigs, and it still happens, right?
Yeah, and still because sometimes, at least for us who's rapping, you have to sometimes plan ahead, because sometimes there's very little space for breathing, and sometimes you're ready, and sometimes you feel like, oh shit, I'm not ready. So should you like plan for where should I breathe, or should you just say, fuck it, I'll just go for it? And I tried that today, and I failed.
But that's the fun thing about that. Like it's sometimes now I was thinking about like, oh, but in those cases where you're feeling, oh, suddenly I don't come in correctly here. I didn't get the good breath, so I can hold that full line. And you have to start thinking about which syllable can I draw? Like where are they other people backing? So they will take the word when I'm not.
Yeah, because that's a part of the communication as well. Yeah. If you're like out of breath because we're backing each other, right? So you have to like maybe, all right, I'm struggling. You have to help me.
And then we take the punchline, right? So I was thinking like, well, does my heart rate increase when I'm at these moments when I messed up, right? Or I didn't do what I normally do, right? And these moments of an insecurity, are they showing up? So it'll be fun when like I will have the opportunity to look quite closely at this data, right? And know like, oh, it'll be fun to check what happened in that song right before I do this or right before I do this. there might be some things there, but mostly I'm expecting especially the respiration data to reflect the type of singing or rapping that we are doing at different times. Because I know, like, if I'm singing the high part, the counter-tenor parts that I often have in some songs, then I will have a lot of like breath support, and it's a very different type of breathing that I'm doing right ahead and in those moments than if I'm doing like the bass parts or that kind of thing.
I have something to add that might be interesting for us, because I would argue that these challenges that you have spoken about, that's not present at all in the songs we've been doing for like 10 plus years, because it's just 100% instinct. You know, we just know when everyone else is gonna come in. We just know when we can let off the mic. We just know when some interaction happens. It's just been kind of programmed into the performance. So I think we also today doing some songs that are just we could just do it without really thinking. It's like riding a bike, you know. And then with the new ones, obviously, there's more to this kind of concentration and orientation. So I don't know. It will be interesting if you see some kind of, or we could afterwards, point to the songs that are actually fresh and that we don't have, totally like in our, I don't know what to call it, but I don't know, under our skin. Yeah, exactly.
One of the really cool things about breathing is that it is a system that's supporting what we're going to do next all the time. And so when you're doing something that's so practiced, it's so easy to be prepared because you don't have to think. Your body already has like studied this and it will just take you there. And breathing really reflects that. So that preparedness, that anticipation, that readiness is really embodied and automatic and is very visible in breathing. And we also expect that to be in the breathing of the audience as well. So in the questionnaire, we're asking people if they know these songs or not, because it's a mix in this crowd. And so we'll be looking to see how ready people are based off of whether they know this band and whether they know this music. Because, I mean, obviously, if you've been to a lot of shows, you haven't been to all the rehearsals, so you won't be on top of it to the same degree. But that preparation will also be part of how the audience can engage and then be ready to join in and be like locked in with the group, or catching up and figuring out how to be part of it when there's a chance to do that along with them.
But Finn, I wonder if it's time to actually show something now. That might be a good. Do you want to see? Yeah. Well, we haven't had time to analyze the full concert yet, but we have some sneak peeks into some of this. So you need the microphone.
Yeah, sorry. We'll have to go a little bit back and forth. So first off, this is actually a live feed of one of the thermal cameras, and it's really empty right now because guess where you guys are? So if you want to actually step forward and come into it, you can actually see how these cameras capture people's bodies, movements. So yeah, they're angled. So there's one that's going this way and another's going that way. So I think this is the one going that way. So this way. Yeah, over here. If we can get some warm bodies in this area. Yeah, and so this is a way, so no matter what the lights are doing, we can actually capture sort of this bodily engagement and movement in this area. And so through the concert, we're kind of spread around. There's this view that's kind of more angled this way, and I can switch to the other view. But this is a way for us to be able to also look at how much movement. So we can look at, for example, the rhythms of the movement. So when people are kind of grooving gently, or if they're like really bouncing or waving their hands, there's all of this information about the gestures you're performing, whether it's subtle or big, that we can pick up with this kind of measurement. So we'll be spending a lot of time with this data. Let me get back to the presentation. Where did that go? Oh, it just quit. Hold on. So that's the thermal data. Thank you. This is an example of the recordings that we were getting from the band. So the head cameras. You can see the lights make this a little bit confusing, but I'm going to play this excerpt. This is from everybody towards the beginning. Let's see. So I'm not going to play this for long, but you can tell they move their heads a lot. We did a little bit of testing with this during rehearsal, and I got to say, you really ramped it up a notch. So it will be very interesting to try to make sense of the orientation and be able to see, like, you can see members coming in and out of view with this. Obviously, we get a lot of stage lights because a lot of the time they were facing the audience, and the audience is not really visible. So it's a lot of lights. But we can capture these moments where they're turning to each other as well and to make sense of that. Oh, you can see a little bit of audience over there. Yeah. So, yeah. Always ahead. So this kind of data gives us an idea of what people are doing kind of on the outside. This is another view where we've got most of the band moving around, seeing things, seeing each other. I already talked about this. That's those two. All right, okay. But this is another thing that we're doing. So a lot of you are wearing this vest, and this vest lets us look at body movement, so that's sort of the quantity of motion at the top. This is an excerpt from a violinist, because we often do this kind of research on classical music. But the thing about classical music is that the people doing it are sitting down and the audience is sitting down. So it's a very different range than what we can capture in this kind of show. So this is measurements actually from the band at a rehearsal that we went to. And I'm going to ask you guys to guess which members of the band this is. So this is heart rate. This is breathing. All these little spikes, or well, those big spikes is each breath. This is through 3 songs. And this is overall jerk, and this is the frequency of movement. So you can actually see, like, for this person, this frequency of movement, so it was like a 180 was really prominent in their like vertical bouncing. And then at this song, there's a change, and so the frequency changes, so it reflects the tempo of the new one. This one has a lot of structure in the accelerometers, vertical, all these dimensions. So you can see this sort of structure, and the breathing is different, and you see the heart rate's like a totally different texture from this one. So, I mean, I do know who is who. Do you guys have any guesses as to who might these be? Anyone calling out suggestions? You're the drummer? Yes, that is definitely. That's the drummer. Yeah, because we get, I mean, particularly the snare hits, but like when you're hitting with force, that's really coming through. It's bouncing all the way up. So the accelerometer is like over here, and it's just carrying all the way through your body. So we're getting a lot of texture of the actual beat. Yeah, and you can see also the overall movement. There's like a da-da-da stop, da-da-da stop, da-da-da stop through these. And no rapping, yeah. So one of the big differences here, so obviously the breathing is a lot more sort of within a smaller range, and there's big breaths here and there, but it's not carrying as much. And the heart rate variability is low. Whereas in this one, we see these big swoops of heart rate. And that's what happens when people are singing and rapping. So if you're just kind of like talking casually, it won't be that big of a deal. But if you're really performing, there will be this actually really strong interaction between respiration and cardiac activity. So we can actually see, you know, per big breath, there's going to be a big rise and fall throughout those sections. And so this is, well, you kind of have to know which songs they were. So it might be difficult to figure out who of the people singing. But I will advance the slide and we will see. Da-da-da. That's Bendick. Yeah. So, and this is again rehearsal data. It will be much more intense, actually, when in this actual performance. We have this contrast. We could go through all of the band members, but this gives you a sense of how what people are doing is actually changing what's happening. Obviously, in the sort of actions and the sort of vibrations through your body that we can get through the accelerometers, and then also these rhythms and these very specific physiological patterns that are expressed on the inside as well. Any questions about this, guys? Comments? Surprises? We'll be getting a lot more detailed with this, but it's just a beginning.
Yeah, just to comment, like, if you think this looks like there's lots happening, I can attest to that. Banan at rehearsal, he's almost not there. He's just like, But it's very different when you see him jumping back and forth on stage. It will look very, very differently. So I'm interested in that.
This is Charles Andreas, in case you're wondering. One of the things that's distinctive about Charles Andreas is that he's going back and forth, right? So here he's mostly playing bass, so he's having a very sort of regular, shallow breathing, and then these are areas where he's singing more. So that alternation actually means there's this kind of like switch that's happening, and the changing how the heart rate and respiration are interacting over time. Oh yeah, this is you actually as well. I'm gonna say, because
that should be interesting because Ugstad is the one who's always has a main role as always backing, right? So he will kind of be on the vocals more constantly than anyone else.
Yeah.
So there could be some cool things there.
I think I'm really curious to look at that because when you're doing that kind of backing, you're constantly adjusting. You have to be ready to jump in, and that's a different kind of preparation than if you're maintaining a flow. So it'll be really, really cool to dig in and be like, okay, in the song, this, what was happening? Yeah.
You're the most interesting.
You are all interesting.
No.
I'm not choosing favorites. We don't have to do that. Okay, so that's a bit of what the performers look like. But when people aren't performing, we also see this kind of adaptation and coordination. So this is actually breathing from an orchestra, but they were not playing at the time. This is from an experiment a few years ago. Here, each line is a different musician, and red is when they breathe in, and blue is when they're sort of strongly breathing out. And so they're all lined up against each other in time. And this was a children's show where the MC got the kids in the audience to start singing a children's song. And then the orchestra joined in. And so you see this kind of like scattered independent sort of stuff. And then we get these vertical stripes that are not perfectly aligned, but they're more aligned. And that's how a crowd of people's breathing coordinate for this kind of joining in thing. So when we're asking people to sing along, we aren't ready for it the same way as the people that are performing, but we kind of shuffle into position to be part of it and to join in. And we don't have to be on the same way, but we do become coordinated and joining in this kind of alignment mostly. And then some people also just don't, and they just don't sing, and that's fine. But so we'll have a mixture. So with the recordings from the audience, we can look at things like this and see how your breathing is shifting when you're actually choosing to sing along, either by direction or by practice and experience and preference. Yeah. And this is an example here where we can actually see some heart rate as well. So this is from another time that I made a bunch of my colleagues wear these sensors. So this was at a Christmas party. And we sang some carols. We sang 2 carols. And so we see across a subset of people that are wearing this, these yellow stripes are when people were inhaling together in order to sing this Christmas carol at the same time. And we also see the striping in their heart rate. So even though when you're singing a Christmas carol, you're not on stage, you're not projecting the same way as you would be if you were a soloist, but we still have this kind of interaction that's it's in the same direction as what we get from the performers when they're on mic. So it's interesting then to go on into the heart rate of the audience as well through these kinds of moments.
And this top line, did you send this person to the doctor, or?
What was up with that? I don't remember. We do. I mean, you all have signed the consent form with the sort of incidental observation disclosure statement, and we do sometimes follow up with people, but sometimes. This actually quite possibly was me because I was conducting and they kept on changing the tempo on me. And so I was like trying to give people one tempo and they had their own, the whole group just kind of pushed. You can actually see the alignment of time. They get more and more spaced out between the verses as we go. So those stressful moments where things go wrong, yes, they have physical consequences as well. Yeah. I think that's most of what I wanted to cover. Oh, right. Okay. Well, also, the last thing that I'll mention is data that's another precursor to this, which is measurements from some friends of mine at a K-pop show. And one of the things that we see is this is heart rate over time. Yellow is when there's music. This is, again, a frequency analysis of our body motion and so we can see, again, a stripiness across this team of people. But one of the things that really stands out is that we can tell here in these moments where everything's higher, this is where we can tell who is standing up versus who is sitting down and dancing along. And so a priority for this particular show was to have people standing, because your heart rates are actually going to be a lot more dynamic in the context where you can choose to move or not. And we can actually distinguish how much you're moving in this context of actually being free to move. So it'll be really interesting to see heart rate, again, against the set and see that over time.
Really sorry for making you sit down.
Oh, yeah, no. It's actually just a great contrast point. It's fine, it's good. It'll be really cool to see if people actually chilled, if that was enough. How far did our collective heart rate drop when we had that moment? I think we'll have something there, yeah.
Cool. And in addition to all these numbers and measurements that we're doing, of course, an important thing of our research is also to combine this with also qualitative information. So we also have, because the kind of the questionnaires help there, but also the discussion here, which is can also be seen as research data in a sense, the kind of the qualitative observations and the thinking of the performers as well. So we always do what we call data triangulation, trying to use both the qualitative and quantitative data. And in the spirit of open research, we also try to share as much as possible of this data as well. Yeah, so that's coming as well. We're getting to the end of this, but are there any questions here from the hall as well? Because now you have the chance to ask Sinsenfist about their inner whatever, or Finn about research data, if you want. Yes, there's a question over there. We need to get you a microphone so that you can...
His voice carries, but we want him to live stream.
But also for the stream, we need to get it on the...
Would the drummers kind of heart rate and data look otherwise if it was like a hardcore punk or a metal show where the drumming is more intense in alignment with, because the vocals are really intense in hip hop, but it's really laid back as a drummer?
So it probably depends on if they're screaming. Yeah. Screaming looks really cool. Screaming almost looks like people are diving because it triggers a decrease in heart rate. So in situations where someone is drumming and also screaming, we would have like very complicated dynamics going on. But otherwise, I mean, the heart rates, we didn't get into like the actual heart rates themselves, but drumming is a lot of physical work. That's like a lot of calories. That's like, so the circulation demand is really, really high. I used to drum, and so my respect. And so the intensity will also be different with the style, and the sort of all those different demands. But yeah, I'm sure we could see between different styles of drumming, different patterns in their bodies, because there's a lot going on.
Would it look similar to the vocals if it was more intense, like blasting along?
I think it will be okay. So the other thing that happens is that this question of like this interaction of like the respiratory things when you're doing this extreme breathing and like the physical things when you're doing like really intensive action. It's hard to do both things at once for very good reasons. and I don't know actually how it would turn out. I think that would be a cool thing to look at because it would be really complicated.
It's like the variability of the heart rate will fluctuate more with the variability in breathing that comes along with the unevenness of singing and rapping, right? Because then you're using your breath not in the same way. But when you're just doing an activity that makes you go short of breath, you're still have some sort of a frequency that's predictable in a sense, right? So you will get a higher heart rate, but it won't be variable in the same way, probably most of the time, right? It will happen and it will change, but it will be cool to check different songs, right? Because some of the songs, will have like a very intense hi-hat thing that's going on for a long, long time, and those songs will probably have just a higher constant heart rate, even if it's not very variable.
But it's weird with our songs, like I think the songs that have a lot of like feels and stuff, it's not that hard. It's the one like the song about Ugstad. I think that is maybe the most difficult one to play because it's the same beat for 4 minutes, and you have to keep it steady and tight, and that is very difficult. And of course, all the high stuff is hard, but especially when I'm playing those kind of songs, I have to really concentrate and especially look at Teddy, who is a bass player, and because I think those are the hardest songs, because you can't hide under a fill or something, because there's no fill there. There is like steady beat for like 4 minutes, and yeah, it's cool to see react to different songs.
I think we are getting to the end of the program now, but this performance will live on forever in many different ways, and it will be watched, re-listened, re-analyzed many times. So you can come back and listen and see and hear more about everything here. So I think we should end here by thanking the band, of course, a lot.
Thank you. And I would just say, in the sense that we will have this like as open data sets, and like they will be available. So especially for some of you who are students at the Department of Musicology, you can have access to this data, and you can get some training in how to use it. If you want to use it for anything, right? If you want all the tracks and do a remix of a song, or if you want to practice doing live sound, Hugo can tell you how difficult it is to follow along with this, but you can rewatch, you can hit the video live stream, and you can change around the sounds yourself. There's lots of ways we can use this data that is more pedagogical, or that is just for fun, or artistic. All of this is research, and that's why it's so cool of you to want to be research with us.
So thanks to the band, thanks to all of you coming, thanks to everyone working behind the stage and the screen and everywhere, and yeah, see you at the next Music Lab, and for those of us here, feel free to chat and discuss more. But thanks for tonight.
Men jeg tør ikke bruke dem ennå. Jeg har nye hvite sneakers, men jeg tør ikke bruke dem ennå. Jeg har nye hvite sneakers, men jeg tør ikke bruke dem ennå. Rusan på trappa, fjerde i hatten, unge i avata. Nye hvite sneakers som må tråkke i borata. Sålen ikke egnet for de øverste strata. Det kan være dritt på gata, ikke hata. Jeg ikke blått, men Rio de la Plata med finansen. Ser en jævla baila ut på byen, holder distansen. Tilskuer til dansen, kan ikke slippe meg løs, for jeg blir uansett på manneking med all ekstravagansen. Men bak opp i skapet mitt, der det insane. Snakker box fresh and Nikes og fete gold chains. Kunne putta massevis av respekt om my name hvis jeg hadde tørt å sporte dem offentlig. Men en jævla knullegutt på byen med en lang tå fucker opp mitt game, et verditap jeg ikke kan stå inne for. Napper til med beina som en arkeolog. Jeg putter swaggen i brann og verdiskaper hans jeger for mine